Welcome. I'm your host, Christina Haskin, and tonight my guest is Felicia Klliment. She's a nutritionist counselor, and she was a professor at City College in New York City, and she's also the author of a wonderful book, The Acid Alkaline Balanced Diet. There's a lot of movement towards detox now, and can you detox this?
Well, absolutely. The best way to detox is with juices, with vegetable juices. Yeah, I mean, I go back to this this experiment that a scientist did in the 20th century, Alexia Carrel, a Frenchman. He took pieces of chicken heart and he put them in a solution which was pretty identical to their blood plasma. In other words, we put a lot of minerals in the solution, and the chicken hearts lived. I mean, there was a beat for 28 years. And why did they die out then? Because he got tired of changing the solution. He always saw that there were enough minerals, but he didn't dump the solution and add a clean solution. So they ended up, the chicken heart pieces ended up drowning in this toxicity. It almost says that removing toxicity from the body is maybe even more important than eating the right foods.
Well, I think because there's so much today that we have to deal with besides the, fast food and pollutants and GMOs, which is
and there's even just plain tension from modern life.
Right. I was going to ask about psychological. When you're stressed and you make cortisol or whatever, does that increase the acidity?
Absolutely. When you raise the level of stress-promoting hormones like cortisol and estrogen, you're increasing tension and anxiety, and you're reducing, when those are high, then the life-promoting hormones fall. For instance, when estrogen rises, progesterone, which is a really healthy hormone, is less. It drops to a lower level, too low. Yeah, but it's interesting. I didn't know when I discovered my acid waste, the cause of my acid reflux. I thought back and realized that I had been treating myself for acidity all along. When I would get very tense, I had a real high pressure job, and I'd come home feeling very tense. I'd hop in a bathtub of hot water, or I'd heat up milk. And I read later where both of those reduce the acid in the urine. Being tense makes the urine acidic. And when you make the urine more alkaline, you automatically relax and you lose the tenseness and anxiety that acidity in the urine caused.
I think meditation might do the same thing.
I think it could very well, yes.
Yeah. I read in your book too when you were talked about gelatin in the digestive. My mother used to always use that, and I thought, never, you don't hear of that anymore.
You never. I mean, even holistic doctors, when you need calcium, they don't suggest gelatin. They suggest calcium lactate, they suggest a capsule or a powder of some kind. But in fact, the easiest calcium to digest is the calcium in gelatin because it comes from chicken. And that's very easily absorbed.
Very interesting, and I think very important for people. And certainly, they can find out more. You have a website?
It's Kliment Books.
Okay. So thank you for coming.
Well, I enjoyed it.
I hope you'll come back.
Well, I have a lot more to say, so.